In this video, I really just wanted to concentrate on the parts I didn't cover in my other video. So I have done a video already, and I was talking about the features, all the buttons, all the controls, everything that's on it, but I didn't have it outside. I really wanted to concentrate on that video of looking at the functionality. In this one, I want to show you it in real-world usage, really, what it's like outside. Now, this is quite difficult to demonstrate on video, if I am honest. It's hard to capture the difference. This is the 5.5 16:9 1000 nits version. This is also the 1000 nits version, and this is just the 7.85. Both are the same brightness, it's just the size is different. Compared to any other smart device, like an iPhone 7, something like that, is about 600, 700 nits. These are 1000. It is dramatically brighter. Now, one of the ways to sort of demonstrate this is just to try and hold the two next to each other. It's quite hard to show on the landing screen, actually. It's even hard to show it in flight. It really isn't easy. But what I can say is the CrystalSky is dramatically brighter than even an iPhone 7. It's as simple as that. It's not just the brightness, though. It's the way the menus and everything pop off the screen. So the way the colours, it's very vibrant. The colour reproduction is a lot better than it is on something like the iPhone. The colours of the menu along the top. So if I go into the device screen, the colours of the menu are very, very bright. You can see the red, the greens on the menu over here, the object avoidance radar. Everything stands out a lot more than it does on the traditional monitor. You know, but I've set them to the same place on the map, and it just gives you an idea of how much brighter than a traditional monitor CrystalSky looks. This is really hard to demonstrate on video, if I'm completely honest, and it really doesn't do it justice. But CrystalSky is dramatically brighter in the same conditions. It really is. It's not just the brightness of the screen, it's how the colours of all the menu options pop as well. So if I go into the main menu, going on there, it's how bright the colours are, the blues, the greens and the reds especially. So when you're in flight, it's actually a lot easier to see the battery information and all of that lot. It really is a lot clearer. If I go into HD settings, let's just compare them there. Oh, that's auto, just show it there, so it looks very similar. Again, it's hard to demonstrate this, but CrystalSky is dramatically brighter in the same conditions basically than the traditional monitor. It really is. It's just a different animal. It really. Overall, okay, the CrystalSky monitors are a Android-based smart device specifically designed for the DJI aircraft. They have a host of built-in features, so it has built-in GPS, built-in Wi-Fi. Because they're Android-based, it does allow some other features as well, so it allows you to download the maps so you don't have to cache them every time. You've got the landing screen, which is the main landing screen like that, where you've got your Go app, and then you can choose the second app to be between the Pilot app, which is for the Matrice 200 series of aircraft, or the standard DJI Go app. So if you can actually, let me just turn it off max brightness a minute, that might help you actually see that a little bit. Let's just go onto that and drop the screen brightness down. Try to find a happy medium. What you've got here is you've got a manual brightness slide, so you can see the difference between going high and bright. And then you've got a lot of other settings in here as well. If I go back onto auto brightness, but in here you can select which version of the app you want on the customized screen. So once I've done that, I've now got the Go app and the Go 4 app. You've got your quick menu on the side, which allows you to do things like Wi-Fi, HDMI, SRE is a bunch of color settings. So again, you can't see this very easily. But it allows you to adjust the color profile, so how the screen looks, how the brightness and the shadows look. You've then got your main settings option. New option with today's firmware is an option that allows you to flip the screen. So you can now flip it so the screen goes 180. So if you were using it in a different position like that, and DJI have announced that there's going to be a bracket that fits onto the Mavic controller at the bottom, and the display would actually be upside down. So they've got that option as well. I've had a couple of weeks to play with these CrystalSky monitors now, and overall I am very impressed. Okay, CrystalSky is a smart device designed by DJI specifically for the devices. It's their first attempt at doing monitors, and I think they've done really well. The hardware is solid. I've used it. I've taken them out and about. I've used them an awful lot, and overall the hardware is fantastic. The 7.85 is this one here, which is the larger of the two. Now, this is a fantastic size, and you can also mount this on that as well. It will go on that bracket there, and I have been using the 7.85 like that on the controller, and again, you still have plenty of room with your hands underneath to get your hands in place, and it's really big. What I would say is, if you're trying to decide on what size to get, if you've got a Mavic or a Spark, go for the 5.85. If you've got an Inspire or a Phantom 4, with one of these or without, go for the 7.85. All of that screen real estate makes a big difference. It really does. It's a really nice having that extra space on the screen. Overall, using the devices in the field is very similar to it is using the iOS devices. It has built-in GPS, so it always knows where it is, and it has a compass as well, so it knows what direction you're pointing. You've got your 2 micro SD card slots in the bottom down there, and you've got all your ports on the side. And as I said, I went through these in my other video. Please have a look at that one. My overall impressions, I love them. They are really good. There's one other thing that I should mention on the 5.5. It does have a built-in fan, as does the 7.85 model. The fan kicks in fairly regularly on the 5.5. It does get quite warm. It's not hot, but it does get warm, whereas the 7.85 stays a lot cooler to use in general. You know, there's no temperature in that one. It's got a lot more space to dissipate the heat. The other thing as well, between the two screens, the screen is a little warmer on the 7.85 than it is the 5.5, so the screen colour, you probably can't see it on camera, it's a slight warmer tinge to it. It's very hard to show on video this because they're so bright, they actually blew the screens out, the focus out on the camera, but it is a slight warmer image than it is on the 5.5, but there's not a lot between it. It really is subtle. Overall, I am very impressed with these monitors. If you're looking for a dedicated device, I'm not going to say they're cheap, because they're not. I don't necessarily think they're for every user, but if you are looking for a dedicated device and you are struggling with brightness and you want something as bright as you can, going for the CrystalSky is well worth a look. Now, these are both the 1000 nits model. The 2000 nits hasn't been seen in the flesh yet. These are bright. I can't quite imagine what the 2000 is like. It's going to be substantially brighter again, and that isn't going to be for everybody, but there will obviously be a market for that one. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll do another one again soon. Please subscribe to the channel, and yeah, thank you very much.